We are SWAG, Students Working with an Aging Generation. Before I tell you about my team, I feel like I need to tell you about community problem solving. Community problem solving provides opportunities for students to meet and exceed the standards set forth by not only the national curriculum, but that curriculum set forth by the National Association for Gifted Children, or NAGC. Through participation in community problem solving, students refine critical and creative thinking skills while focusing on real-life community issues. This form of authentic learning encourages students' use of knowledge meaningful across disciplines and becoming actively engaged in their own education. Community problem solving is a vehicle for significant learning experience where students accept and confront real-life problems. Community problem solving project is the highest level of service because of its depth of service provided and the resources involved. Students go beyond supplying a curriculum-related or volunteer service to analyze the situation, identify the problem area, generate new ideas, and implementing a difference, making a plan of action. In the process, students develop complex problem-solving abilities, advanced communication skills, the ability to connect knowledge across the disciplines, and the perseverance to overcome obstacles. Our team researched and brainstormed possible problems identified throughout our community. We did this through newspapers and the internet. The team developed an underlying problem focusing on the aging generation, which stated, because the baby boomer population is projected to double to 88.5 billion by the year 2050, how might we improve the quality of life for the aging generation in Johnson County so that they can continue to have a productive lifetime in our community in 2015 and beyond? Once the team had their underlying problem in place and began planning the possible solutions, some ideas that we came up with were monthly activities, donation drives, and some form of inclusion of the community. The students believed at this point it was important to have more input from the community. At that point, a research team was formed to develop a survey to be used in the completion of any possible solutions. The survey was then introduced to the community at one of our school's weekly basketball games. After explaining the project and the survey, our Public Relations Committee then accepted all completed surveys. Using the data analyzed and collected from the surveys, the team determined that a donation drive for daily products such as toothpaste, lotions, and shampoo, along with other hygiene items, would be the beginning point. The team's secretaries wrote a letter that was sent home with all of the students at our school, Porter Elementary, to explain our donation drive and ask for all participation. The donation drive began in October and ran through December with a projected delivery date of December before our winter break. As the team collected donations, they continued the project by visiting our friends and residents at the extended care facility and making personal connections with the aging generation. They started with a simple meet and greet in October. Next, they had an old-fashioned pie social in November. It was after that that the team ran into their first obstacle. With the delivery date growing near, the team continued to gather items for the residents, our friends, and decided to purchase festive stocking packages for presentation. Unfortunately, our community encountered the flu epidemic. One of the groups that was negatively impacted by this illness is the aging. Our team and all outside visitors were restricted in the facility. The next obstacle was the inclement weather. Our team did not deliver their donations until March. The team then competed at KAC, the Kentucky Association of Academic Competition, where they placed third in the state and will be representing the state of Kentucky in June at the international competition at Ames, Iowa. Today, I'm going to end my presentation with the introduction to my and Porter Elementary's CmPS team, SWAG. First, we would like to introduce Dustin Cunningham and Carolyn Markham, please join me. They are our Public Relations Committee. Next, I would like Kalal Sophian and Julia Maynard. They were our Treasure Committee. I would also like to introduce Joel May and Lacey Hitchcock. They were our Research Committee and helped develop the survey. Finally, I would like to introduce Rissa Skaggs and Chloe Dyer. They are our Photographers Scrapbook Committee. And I would also like to identify or come and join us Brenda Dyer. She is my very helpful assistant coach. Thank you so much. We do ask, we are downstairs in the ballroom, if you could help us out and visit our table, ask any questions that you feel comfortable asking or anything. This allows us a practice for our trip to Ames, Iowa. Thank you.